Give me 1 second. What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about how to market for free. $0. This is how to market for free on social media. And what prompted this was somebody started getting into the housing market, and he's a sales agent for a home. And he was asking me how to market for free with $0 because obviously, you know, it's very hard to sell homes, and if you don't have advertising budget behind it, then nobody's going to see your stuff. But this is how to leverage social media for absolutely free. And I'm going to give you 8 examples of what to do. And this is, I implement this stuff as well. And I think one of the things that people don't really understand is the power of ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is free. It's a tool that is absolutely free. I have the paid version, but the free version works so well. My business partner across, that always sits across from me, uses it every single day. I use it for up to 3 hours per day now, and it's just teaching me stuff. But that's a little bit more advanced. But the way you use ChatGPT for free is you need to realize that ChatGPT is a language. So it's taught with a bunch of different type of language models. So there's tons of information in it, and you can pull information from it. So one of the ways to utilize ChatGPT for marketing insights is to ask ChatGPT, ask about the Rio Grande Valley, ask about the housing market specifically in the Rio Grande Valley, and it's going to give you some information back. And then what you do is you, if you're working for a home builder, this home builder builds homes within a specific range, price range, right? So you got to ask ChatGPT, what are the things that homeowners that within this price range are going to face? What are the pain points of these ideal customers? And then it's going to give you a list. Ask for 20 pain points from this. Ask 20 pain points. What do these customers in this price range in the Rio Grande Valley, what do they struggle with? And that becomes your content. It's very easy. Like, you need to really understand that ChatGPT is one of the most powerful tools on the market right now, and it's free. It's free. I use it every single day for my work. It's insane. But this is how you leverage ChatGPT for free. So you go into ChatGPT, free by the way, and you ask it about the Rio Grande housing market, and then you ask it, with this price range of this builder that's building these homes, say it's $150,000 to $350,000. So you ask, what are the pain points that these customers are going to face within this price range? And then you ask it to give you 20 pain points. That becomes your content. So number 1 becomes one piece of content. Number 2, the second piece of content for the next day. Essentially, you got 20 days of marketing, but you can keep diving in deeper and deeper. Say for the second step is you leverage your existing network. So if you're on social media, you already have followers. And if you don't have a business page, then I suggest you build a business page, because right now on social media is giving priority to business pages, so that way they can push it out a little bit more in front of their customers, versus the personal page, which you can plainly see that when you go on social media and your personal page, you're not getting very much traction. So the business pages are being preferred right now. So the second one is leverage your existing network. Reach out to every single person on there. The one thing that you need to understand is that you need leads, and you have to jump in there without feeling bad about it, because everybody's selling something. Like, think about it. The perfect example is I went the other day, where was it, to Little Caesars, and I bought my pizza, and the lady was so nice. She offered me the bread after, and the way they worded it made me buy it. So everybody's selling something. Even you go to the bank right now, you deposit something, they ask you if you want to jump into this new thing that they're offering. Everybody is selling something. The worst they're going to do is defriend you. And besides, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because they're not buying from you anyways. So, in the great words of Grant Cardone, it doesn't matter how much you post, because they're not buying from you anyways. So you need to use social media as a leveraging tool. So leverage your existing networks on social media. I'm on Facebook business page. I got rid of TikTok, but I'm on YouTube, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Medium. I'm on so many different platforms that it's kind of impossible for people to really get away from you. What's up, Mauricio? Oh, shit. Oops. What's up, Mo? Good seeing you, man. So the next thing, shit, I'm gonna have to hold this up. Give me a second. I'm drinking some peppermint tea. I don't want to drop this. Hold on, hold on. A second. You see the studio here. I got a different backdrop today. Let me jump back into this. So the first one is leveraging ChatGPT. I think this is one of the most underrated tools that nobody is using, and it's such a powerhouse. Task, context, exemplar, persona, format, tone. Oh, you got to explain that a little bit more, man. So utilize ChatGPT was the first one. I gave you the layouts. The second one is leverage your existing network. So if you have a bunch of friends on social media, reach out to every single one of them. If they tell you no, who cares? They're not going to buy anyways. The third one is consistent engagement. You have to stay consistent on social media. Otherwise, it just does not work. And this is one of the things that I found out the most is that if you're not consistent and you post about one thing and then you disappear for a couple weeks and then you post about it again and it's inconsistent. So people can't really put together that this is what you do for a living. So for example, if you sell homes, you got to stay consistent talking about buying the process, you have to talk about homes all the time. That way people can start associating you with selling homes. So consistency is the one thing that most people can't follow through because you realize that social media takes a ton of work. So you're a business owner, you're a sales agent, and then you got to add social media on top of that. It's a daunting task. So I understand why people and businesses hire agencies because it's such a task. But if you can pull it off yourself, you'll save yourself some money. And the fourth one is to collaborate with local people. There's other people in the industry. So if you're a home builder, collaborate with the home builder himself. If you're selling for a home builder, collaborate with them. They most likely have a social media following. So collaborate, tag them, and then you can get your stuff in front of more people. So that's ChatGPT. Leverage your existing network, consistent engagement, collaborate with local people, and then use hashtags and geo-tags. This is one of the things that I don't see a lot of people doing, and I put them on everything now because at one point they were talking about how hashtags don't work, and it really does. Like I use them for everything now because using hashtags and geotags specifically for business, it works really well. And you need to implement the relative hashtags, like for example, Rio Grande Valley real estate or Rio Grande Valley homes. And then you want to tag yourself in the city that home is being built in. So Far, Texas, Edinburgh, Texas, Mission, Texas. So stuff like that. You need to tag yourself and geotag your place. Next one is virtual tours and Q&A sessions. So one of the things that happens most of the time is if you are a home builder and you're having an open house, well, there's going to be a lot of time wasted because you're not getting people in all the time. So go live and answer questions specifically about the house, and then pitch your other stuff because everybody doesn't mind being sold to nowadays. If they mind, then they'll just jump off and then go to the next thing. But your job, your role as a salesperson is you need to sell stuff. It's that simple because without selling stuff, you're not going to have a job. So that one is virtual tours and Q&A. Virtual tours just as easy as going live in the house, showing off the house, talking about the house. So you need to be well versed as a salesman, saleswoman, whatever. Share client testimonies. This is another specific thing. If the business has been around for a home builder, they've most likely been around for a while and they've built some homes. So leverage the testimonials from their clients. And if they don't have testimonials, then ask the home builder, like if you can go out and get a testimonial from the homeowner now. Like you have to do the work. Like one of my mentors, Albert Sloss, is talking about do the boring work over and over and over and over and over and over again, because that's the only way you can stay consistent. What's up, 956 Exotics? God bless you too, bro. What is it, Wednesday today? Yeah. So this is how to market for absolutely free on social media. And I think a lot of people, one of the things is just it takes a lot of work. Like honestly, it just takes a ton of work to do social media marketing, but you can build a brand off of it. And the cool thing about it is that brand gets to take you everywhere. Like when you walk into somewhere in another part of Rio Grande Valley and somebody follows you, say, hey, you're that marketing guy, right? It makes sense. What's up, Denny from the block? Thank you. Absolutely. I appreciate that. I never really get feedback, so it's good to hear some feedback. I got some Life is Rough on YouTube saying I use ChatGPT to learn how to build my brand. Yes, absolutely. It's one of the most powerful tools, guys. I created a whole business marketing and advertising strategy for my business partner. So he owns THC over there in Harlingen, Texas, and he's getting a chunk of money, and he's like, what do I do with this? Well, this is exactly what you do. We strategized for the next 12 months how he's going to use specific money for Facebook advertising, for Instagram advertising, for billboard advertising. This is the exact message he's going to put. We literally laid out the whole year specifically for his business, and we inputted all his business financials inside ChatGPT, one of the GPTs that I created specifically for him, to be able to consult us on how to run this for the next 12 months. Like, this is the power of this. You have a AI mentor, an AI agent that helps you along the way and tells you specifically what to do this time, this month, February. It's crazy. It's I don't know. Sorry, I get excited sometimes. So the other one was share your client testimonies, right? If your home builder has built homes, they most likely will get testimonies from people. And if they don't have them, then you as a sales agent, go out and ask those people. Ask the home builder first if you can reach out on their behalf, and then go get that testimony. And then the last one is monitor and optimize. One of the cool things about social media, especially a business page, is it gives you your analytics. So you can really see what works and what doesn't work. And this is my philosophy since the beginning. I tell this to all my clients, is you use what's working and you throw out what doesn't work. And don't get emotional about it. Whatever works, works. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. So throw it out and then redo it the next month, and then reassess and then do it again and again. So these are the top 8 tips. I'm going to get to your advice about potential clients versus trolls to build outdoor outfitters business. Explain that to me a little bit more, man. I really don't understand it. So the top 8 ways to market for free is to utilize ChatGPT. Go into ChatGPT. It's free. Ask it what the housing market looks like in the Rio Grande Valley. Ask it what the pain points of the specific demographic are going to go through. So if the house sells for $250,000 to $350,000, ask them what the pain points are of this specific customer that's going to pay that, and then use that information to be able to talk to your customers directly on Facebook and Instagram, on social media. This is what I do every day, by the way. I jump into ChatGPT. I have the idea of what I want to talk about for the day, and then ChatGPT helps me create an outline so I can present it cleanly, right? Sometimes I get a little off, but the fact is, for the most part, I run a clean way of it's like the top 8, the top 5, the top 4. Like, those things work. So the first one is utilize ChatGPT. The second one is to leverage existing networks on social media. Reach out to every single person. When you're sitting on the toilet in the morning, reach out to 20 people. When you're sitting eating your lunch break, reach out to 20 more people. When you have a little break and you're just jerking off and doing nothing, like, jump on there and reach out to people, because if you're not generating leads, you're not generating money. And the last thing the worst thing that can happen is you lose your job because you're not performing. And right now, it's very hard to find people that are willing to work. And this is what I've seen across the board. I talk to business owners all the time. Some people say that, no, I love to work, but the vast majority of people don't want to work. That's just how it is. And if they get a job, then a competitor probably sees them and say, oh, you're working with this person, let me give you a little bit more money and then you come with me. So there's really no loyalty in hiring employees. And this is the one thing that I've seen through employers is it's hard to keep good people, and it's hard to keep people, period, because most people are chasing more money, and rightfully so, because everything's getting more expensive. I heard a statistic the other day that you have to make at least $12,000 more to live like you did like last year or 2 years ago. Now, that's a significant point of inflation. That's just the reality of it, and it's going to get worse, and the dollar is going to deflate every single year. So that means you have to make more money, and more money. And using these techniques will be able to get you ahead. So, sorry, I went off tangent. Utilize ChatGPT, number 1. Leverage existing networks. Jump into all your friends list and reach out to them. Number 3 is consistent engagement. You have to stay consistent. If somebody messages something, reach out to them. If you can't reach out to them then and there, then reach out to them a little bit later. Just say you're following up. Collaborate with local influencers or local people that are in the same industry. And number 5 is use hashtags and geotags. They still work. I guarantee you they work. I use them for all of my clients and they work. It's free. Also, virtual tours and Q&A sessions while you are at an open house or while you're at an event or something like that. Like people will jump in and ask you some questions about it. And if you give them information and education, then you become a thought leader in that space. And also you share client testimonies and success stories. Like this stuff still works because it is irrefutable proof that what your company does say it can do, it does. So a testimony, a good testimony will provide solid proof that your company can do what it says it can do. And then of course you monitor and optimize. Coastal concept, okay, hunting and fishing guide business. It seems like a lot of people watch, but it's difficult to target potential paying clients. Okay, this is exactly how you do it. And this is what the problem with a lot of people is they don't really understand the call to action. The call to action is you're giving out information, you're giving out information, you're giving out information. It's the right, or is it left, right jab? Something by Gary Vaynerchuk. And this works very well because you have to go in for the ask sometimes. And most people don't go in for the ask. They just provide so many things, they provide so much stuff, and people get used to it. You build a good audience that way, and maybe some people will reach out to you, but you have to have a call to action. For example, if it's a fishing guide business, like, hey guys, this Friday, take advantage of this deal that I'm having. I only got 5 spots. You only got 10 spots. And the cool thing about it is when you use time preferences and also scarcity. Like for example, if you're having a guide, you only have 10 spots available at this cost, and these are the dates within these 2 weeks. So it forces people to really think about, okay, I'm gonna have to make a commitment with this time frame in the next 2 weeks at this price, and it forces people into the funnel. This is very important because it works, and you can't be scared to ask people for these things because a call to action is a strong call to action, and people will buy. There's people spending money on stupid shit out there. I guarantee people are spending money on dumb things, and they'd rather, especially for a fishing guide, they'd rather pay for experiences. Like, what are you gonna do with another TV? What are you gonna do with another camera? Like, people want experiences. So you're in the perfect space to be able to capture, give experiences, talk about the experience. The experience is what people gravitate towards. If they have a great experience, like I'm sure you have so many clients from the past that have had amazing experiences with you. Talk about that because it's gold. And then go in with the call to action. Like I usually put out a piece of content that's educational. I put out another piece of content that's educational. I put another piece of content that's educational, and then I go in for the right hook. It's the call to action. It's like, hey, you want to work with my business? This is what I do. And then people will reach out to me, and then we discuss price. And then from there, we jump on to the next thing, or we jump on to the next part. And sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it works, but it is a numbers game. Social media is about volume right now, especially if you're doing it for free. It's all about volume, how much content you can put out and in a given time. If you're not doing advertising, then you need to focus on volume. That's all I got, guys. I appreciate you all tuning in today, asking some questions. I really do appreciate it because usually I don't get any feedback, but these questions are a testament that, you know, a lot of people have a hard time with social media, and it doesn't matter if you have a huge following. Like, it doesn't matter if you have 200,000 people on your page. Like, if nobody's converting, that doesn't matter. Like, that's the reality of social media, is like you just have to keep going and keep going and keep going because it's exhausting, and there's days you're not going to want to do it. But I guarantee you, if your competition is doing it, they're going to get the lead. Like, you just need to keep on going and over and over and over and secure your spot as the mayor of your town, saying, this is what I do. I am a digital marketer, and this is who I am. And at one point, you might not need me now, but at one point you might. And I've closed clients that I've talked to 2 years ago, 3 years ago. For example, I just closed a corporate account, and I restructured all of their social media and marketing and advertising to fit into what I feel works right now, because there's always going to be evolving things that happen with social media. The things that worked with social media in the past aren't going to work now, and the things that are working now aren't going to work in the future. So you have to be adaptable. All right, guys, 20 minutes. This is the longest one I've been on so far. I appreciate you, Denny, from the block. I appreciate it. Thank you all very much. Have a great day. It is Wednesday, 9:38 a.m. And see y'all later.